Men's work is a interaction between men where you are able to work on issues in your life that you've had a hard time dealing with, a death or an addiction or anger issues or abuse issues that kind of have you stopped in life.
Men's work is becoming more with Christ. It's examining your life, examining yourself, and understanding your feelings and your emotions, and how all of that relates to the Savior.
As I got to know and love myself more, I was able to open up and be vulnerable with other people and experience their vulnerability and reciprocity, experience real friendship with equality, and I have some of those friends still today, and it's been life-changing.
There was a men's retreat I had heard about coming up, and so I kind of said to myself, like, it's this or nothing. I need help, and something's got to do it. So I went all in, and I went to the retreat, and it changed my life. Not because it fixed everything, but because it gave me hope that I could get through everything, because it gave me a support community, and it gave me some really valuable tools to start working through the stuff in my life that sucked, that hurt.
I experienced, when I was 9 years old, my mom was diagnosed with an incurable disease, multiple sclerosis, and I was very, very, very close to my mom. Ironically, my mom is still alive. She's in a care center, and yet at 9 years old, I mentally lost my mom because I knew it was incurable, and a lot of the attention went away from me and my nurturing to, oh, we need to take care of mom. And I really struggled with that for a long time, but didn't know it. I wasn't even aware that a lot of my lack of self-confidence and some of the things I was struggling with were related to a deep mother wound. And in men's work, I've been able to address that and grieve that, and I'm now able to talk about my mom without the emotion and the pain and the tears coming up, and that's been hugely beneficial for me.
The men's work that I've done and the healing that I've done for myself has really opened up the communication between God and I. I feel I can get closer to Him. I feel like He sometimes speaks to me a little bit more often, and it has removed the blocks for me to be able to see God as He is and to accept His love and His support.
And I was in community. My community was other men and women with unwanted same-sex attraction. And I was really, really struggling with that and thinking just how unworthy am I? And so it was 1 o'clock in the morning that I loaded my .40 caliber and I stared at my gun. And I started saying goodbye. And my neighbor saw that Facebook post and called me. So it was shortly after that I gave up my gun, and, but it was shortly after that my minister said you need to go to men's work, and told me about the weekend. And that's when I went to Utah, and it went from there. So the story of that is men's work has literally saved my life.
What's unique about the Light Within retreat is that it uses a vocabulary and a setting that's comfortable for men who are familiar or grew up in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. There's lots of wonderful healing communities out there, and they all have something to offer, but as a man who comes from an LDS background, I always felt a little bit like I had to hide my faith or apologize for my faith. And at this retreat, my faith is embraced and encouraged and supported. And it's just an environment that's familiar and comfortable to me. I think another thing that's really special about the Light Within Retreat is it has a unique focus on brotherhood, and it has a unique focus on developing a personal relationship with Jesus Christ.
I really feel like Christ is the male archetype, the male role model. And so anything that I can do to better understand him and understand how I'm like him in an embryonic way and need to address some of my core weaknesses so that I can see my own light, my own value, my own divinity.
Our mantra is change your story, change your life.
What do you have to gain? What could you gain by taking a look at yourself? What could you gain by looking at your past? And if you're a man like me who replays these messages and carries them forward, what do you have to gain by snipping that tape up there? What does your family have to gain by getting a new father? What do your friends have to gain by getting a new friend? Or your coworkers, your business partner, your brother, your sister? Or for like me, my parents?
I hope that someone who experiences this retreat walks away knowing without a doubt that I am loved and I am good and I am acceptable just as I am, and it's okay to keep growing from there.